In this video, it's the 380 motor revolution for RC drifting. Dude, this is coming. I swear to you, this is the future. Smaller motors that make good RPM, that make good power, allow you to move weight around on these cars. That is what we're talking about here today with this brand new Furitek Nanodrive. This is the 10.5 turn, censored, adjustable timing, bolts up like a 540 motor that you can use in your RC drift car. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. I like to help people with RC drifting. I'm really excited to test out this motor. So let's show you all of what comes in the box. Of course, the motor itself, which we'll look at in more detail, but it also comes with the itty-bitty little bullets to help you. You notice that they have the pre-soldered on like quick connectors on the motors, which I really do appreciate that. That does make life a little bit easier swapping things around. So thank you for putting those on. And it comes with a sensor wire, which of course you need if you want to take advantage of the turbo and boost and all the additional control that a motor like this does provide. I have my Sakura D6 here, and what we're actually going to be doing is taking off the 10 scale motor from Furitek. That is actually the Voltmaster 540 sized motor that they offer. I've been very happy with it. And one thing I will note is, yes, they've scaled down the connectors as well. So unfortunately, that means I can't just swap these connectors straight over. I'm going to have to unsolder the little ends and solder the new ones on these wires. Now we're going to take the motor off, pinion off, and we're going to just swap all that over to the new motor. One of the reasons why you want to do this whole swap is a weight savings. Right? If we don't really need the torque that's provided by such a big 540 motor, can we get away with something that weighs dramatically less? I hope you can see that in the camera. It is 174 grams versus 99, 75 grams. And my whole basic thought is less weight is easier to push, less weight's easier to accelerate, to corner, to brake. Less weight in general is better. So if this motor provides all the torque and power and wheel speed that we need, then we don't need such a big extra lump. We don't need that extra 100 grams of weight on our chassis. We can take that weight. If we have to meet minimums for comp standards and things like that, then we can still move other weight around to improve the total performance of our chassis. So that's why I think this, and proven in previous test videos that I've done, I think these small motors are really the future of RC drifting. Motor is all installed, wires are tucked in there, and I actually clocked the motor over a little bit here to make sure that the wire is clear because my body is going to come right down here behind it. Secret with this motor is this end bell here. So unlike some other 380 motors like I've tested in the past, this adapts up to a standard 540 can bolt pattern, which means it easily adapts to every drift car that's out there, allows for a little bit of like a fan action inside there, and the ability to just mount up to any situation, any chassis that you want. I just fired the car up and we're going to give it the first test here on the workbench. That is interesting. It sounds different. You can hear a different sound. When I hit that turbo, I don't get quite the same sound as I did out of the 540. Of course, every motor does sound differently. One of the things I want to see is what kind of RPM we're getting out of that motor. With the 540 motor with turbo and boost, I was able to get about 50,000 RPM. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, so that is pretty sweet. I'm within a few thousand, I think, probably. I thought my 540 was getting me kind of in like the low 50,000 range, and that was, I saw 56, 57 out of it. So I'm getting all the wheel speed that we would expect out of it. So what we're gonna have to really watch as we break this motor in and give it a first couple drives is just now, how hot does it get? Do we notice it? Do we notice the lack of torque? My guess is no. I've tested 380s before in other cars, and so I'm guessing that we're not really gonna see any difference in torque, but now we need to get it out and try it, and we have the perfect event coming up this weekend to give it a shot, and so let's head out to that event and put some laps on it and see how it does.
You wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive, it's a passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, just a gas, getting slow, sticking fast, got the roast, got your gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know what that can erase all the past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you are behind the fake exterior, inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior, get off of me, this ain't no humble brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Back from testing, and honestly, I'd put a couple batteries through this thing back to back, driving this car out there on the drift track. It was 90 degrees outside. Two major takeaways from this. One, torque, power level, completely fine. No issues at all. You might need to tweak the timing a little bit and all that just to make it match your needs. But otherwise, this thing has all the power in the 380 size that you would ever need for RC drifting. The second part is temperature resistance. Is it, how was it? 90 degrees outside, battery after battery, lap after lap. And the truth is, it handled great. Literally coming off the track, I could hold the car by the motor and it was completely fine. Like, this thing was not hot. It had not overcooked itself or anything, which is part of the concern when you have that smaller motor. It did great. So from this first test, 10 out of 10 recommend. I think this is now going to be my go-to RC drift motor. 540 motors, I think, at this point, are dead. We're going to leave it in this car, and this is going to be the long-term test. So if you see this video is a few months old, make sure to comment down below and ask me how it's doing, and I'll give you an update. If you're curious about anything else I've done with the drifting, like we have the Furitek ESC, the Pro version of the ESC here, anything else that you're curious about with this, there'll be a playlist popping up over to your right, and I hope to see you in one of those videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.